Welcome everybody back to Nine's Corner. Wow, what a difference 24 hours can make because we have Buttigieg, he's off, and Klobuchar looks like she's going to be announcing her end of her presidency bid tonight, and the both of them are looking at Joe Biden as being their who they're going to push for. So with that being said, now I have two less videos to do. Well, actually, I could probably just do them a little later because you never know. Vice presidency. So today I'm going to look at Elizabeth Warren. Now, Elizabeth Warren is the youngest of the group at 70. She was born June 22nd, 1949. I say this because numerology, her personal year currently in 2020 is the year of 5. And the year of 5 is your roller coaster year. Anything that can happen will happen. It is ups and downs. It's like freedom and change. And you really need to be flexible and go with the flow when you're in a year of 5. I also think that because it's her year of 5, it can be like an unexpected thing that she's unexpectedly just going to drop out, or unexpectedly she's going to be the leader. It's like, you know, and certainly she's very intelligent. I mean, she's been a university prof at a number of universities, including Harvard, and she taught law. And she was integral in creating the consumer financial protection board. And so this is a calling for her. She is truly in it to do what's best for the United States, but she's in a crazy year of 5. So let's have a look at her cards and see what's up for Elizabeth, Miss Elizabeth Warren. So at the base, we have Justice. It is her want and true desire to see democracy be maintained. She is, like so many of us, offended by the current administration and all the I'd have to spend an hour here going through all the individual dealings that have happened over the last 3.5 years. So she's in it for the right reasons. And sometimes that could be hard because when you're up against Donald Trump and you're up against like Bloomberg and people with money, you're certainly looking at being the underdog. But she has truth on her side. Going against her is the Four of Pentacles. This, I think, what's going against her is the men in her category. I think that no matter how far we've come, no matter, if we're in the era of our Me Too movement, women still have to work 3, 4, 5 times harder than a man just to be equal to a man. And I think this is what's currently happening with who she's down with the final 4 with. It's 3 older generation white men that want to hold on to their position. Underneath it all, we have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune, the cycles keep going and going and going. And as I said, she's in a year of 5, so it's going to be a year of cycle, 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 good, bad, indifferent. She could really just pop up and really surprise us as being like all of a sudden great candidate, or she could just drop out. Like it's a year of her personal year of 5. It's a crazy, crazy year. On top of it, she has the 6 of Wands. So she is wanting and doing and putting everything she can into this. And she's doing it for the right reasons. She's doing it for justice, for democracy. Leaving her is the King of Pentacles. So I think that, she had a quick surge, and, some of her support, some of her people support, financial support, it may be waning a little bit, leaving. In the near future, we have the 10 of Swords. Guys, oh, I don't want to be a negative Nelly, but with these cards, I kind of see, and especially with the Year of Five, that she may bow out. I'm not seeing really positive cards, but let's continue. I really like her. Underneath it all is the Ace of Cups. Her emotion, her thoughts, everything is for the good of the people, for the good of the country, for the good of children, for the good. It truly is. That is what she is. People around her see her as the Seven of Cups. I think people around her, they don't see her as the candidate. They think that she's too all over the place. I find this somewhat offensive because I think just the mere fact that she's a woman goes against her. In her hopes and fears is the Ten of Wands. I think she fears that she has done all the work. She's doing it for the right reasons. She's doing it for the love of country and for the love of her fellow Americans. And she's going to get to almost the conclusion, because we're looking at the 10, but as the 10 of Wands, is so much pressure on her. Her ending card is the Tower. Wow, guys. The Tower is sudden, chaotic change. So something is going to happen that is going to blow up her world. Is it going to be something that's going to affect the whole? Let's just clarify. Why is she getting the Tower as her Eight of Swords? She feels stuck. I think that people have boxed her in and don't look at her as a viable candidate. Elizabeth Warren, as much as she has the want and desire and the true love of America behind her, the Wheel of Fortune is not on her side, and she's ending up with the Tower and the Eight of Swords. So I could be wrong. But if I were taking all the cards into my head to kind of work it out, I got a feeling that before the election, she is going to bow out, or something really dramatic is going to happen with her. So very interesting read. I know I might seem surprised, but as I'm doing this readings, I'm getting the messages as you're seeing me get the messages. So sometimes it takes me a second, and I'm always, I'm human, I can err. But one thing I did want to mention to everybody is that I so appreciate and love sharing my time with you, being able to get responses, whether it's a like, subscribe, or comment. I enjoy our time together so much, and I feel like it's a way of being able to get out our feelings, to get out our emotions, and look to see what's happening, because once you know something, when knowledge is power, once you have, if you can see things are not going the way you want, you have the ability to change them. We are humans. We have free will. But the one thing I would like to say is that, when we are totally invested in the outcome of something, we miss today. We miss our present. We need to cut out a certain amount of time, because it's important. You need to get out and vote. You need to get out and vote for the Senate. That's almost as important or more important than the president. We need to get rid of Moscow Mitch. We need to get rid of all of them. Susan Collins. We need them to go. So vote, do your duty and vote, and do your duty to, try to get other people to say, yes, let's get out and vote blue. Let's get rid of the current administration and do our duty. But at the same time, don't miss out on today because of everything that's happening. Because like everything else, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, there's cycles, and this too shall pass. And we as a collective, we will be okay together. We've gotten through the last 3.5 years of Trump, even though it's caused me so much anxiety and stress. But being able to share this time with you, being able to, look to the cards to see what's going to happen next so that we can prepare ourselves. And having said that, please, I am so sorry for anybody who's had the coronavirus, for those who've passed with the coronavirus. And I want everybody to take care of themselves. Make sure you're doing your due diligence to wash your hands. Stay away if you're sick, stay away from work. I know it's difficult. And certainly, guys, this is going to affect the economy, not just now, it's going to be for a few months now. The stock market is just, whoo. And the worst thing about the stock market is that you can't believe the numbers because we have no idea how much Donald Trump and his people have inflated the stock market so that it's really not a true number anyway. That's another video. Oh my gosh. So, thank you all for your time. I hope you've enjoyed the reading. Wishing you light for your darkness. Have a great day.